popular item in 2020. Still a lot of people wanting, a lot of people just got in the habit. I want to keep that going. Touchless when you're a lot of different places. Realize, well, what happened is in 2020, we just learned exactly what was on a lot of these surfaces and realized a lot of focus on it for some reason. And we're realizing, you know what, maybe there's a better way. Now that I'm traveling again, public restroom, a lot of people touching stuff during the day. GoldKey is a better idea. We've got it at a clearance price, $74.97 normally, so like 25 bucks a piece. What? Excuse me? Yeah, 3 easy payments of $4.84. Primary colors, neutrals, and fashion colors, all here. Primaries, I think our guest has QVC.com. Here we go. Here we go. How about that? Fashion colors, neutral colors, primary colors. Simple choice to make. When they're gone, they're gone. Scotty Hind is back. Scotty, no-touch tools. I tell you one thing. These are not little pieces of plastic. These are incredibly well made. You're going to have these for the next like 50 years, right?
Yeah, these are real deal. I mean, there's a brass alloy here that they're not going to bend or break or anything like that. But, you know, you hit the nail on the head because I know a lot of you watching right now are thinking, well, we're kind of coming toward the end of the bad stuff. Yes and no. I mean, for a while, we were leaving the house with two things, hand sanitizer and masks. Fortunately, this part of it is going away pretty quickly. That's great. But we, like you said, Rick, you hit the nail on the head. We still learned that we do need this hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Because we still realize how everything, cold, flu, whatever, passes, all right? But the problem with hand sanitizer, Rick, is you put it on after you've touched something. It's effective, and you should have it, but how about you just never touch something to start with? Well, that's where the GoldKey comes in. It separates you from the germs, and Jane Tracy actually kind of coined the phrase, the case is the key. So you touch whatever you need to touch, and then you put it back in this case, and within 2 hours, 99.99% of all the nasty stuff gets eliminated.
Why? Because what does the case do?
It's the case, and it's a combination of the case and the alloy. There's an alloy in there that does not allow the yucky stuff to, you know, all kinds of viruses and things like that. It does the staph and salmonella. It does not allow them to multiply. It kills them, okay? They also need light. They don't get light. It's a lot of science in there, but you never touch the yucky stuff. You keep yourself separated. So if I go around the kitchen here, now I'm in my own kitchen, Rick. I understand you wouldn't necessarily use it in your own home, but say you're at a workspace, okay, or you're going back to work. A lot of people are going back to work. When we come back here, I'll show you a couple ways that you can use it. Over here on the microwave, okay? You're in a shared workspace or a little kitchenette at work, you can touch all the buttons, no problem. Here on an oven door, it's strong enough to pull an oven door open with no problems. Cabinets, no problems. Push, pull, whatever you need to do. Here at the sink, you can turn it on, off, adjust the temperature.
And as you're doing that, Scott, you know, there's a lot of us going, well, what we just got vaccinated for, and okay, now I'm good. As if like Staphylococcus doesn't exist anymore. All these other things out there don't exist anymore. Take a look at that. Like GoldKey was shown to reduce bacteria such as, oh, there it is, Staphylococcus. I don't even know what the other word is. By 99.98%.
Nasty stuff. Yeah.
So you didn't touch it the GoldKey touched it. And then when you put it back in the case, then that got rid of whatever was on the key in the first place. Just eliminated it. You know what we did was we kind of, you know, when you talked about that sanitizer, like my wife, my family, even my kids, we now re-educated ourselves. They come home and they just grab that sanitizer and it's like a natural thing now. A lot of us, this is the new normal, right?
It is the new normal, but also what I would argue is, again, I want to be crystal clear. Hand sanitizer is extremely effective. There is no doubt about it, and you should use it. But if you never touch the stuff in the first place, then you don't have to worry about it, because maybe in the interim, before you get to use a hand sanitizer, you touch a bunch of stuff, maybe you've got some cracked skin or, you know, whatever. I don't want to make a bunch of claims here other than to say, if you never touch the dirty areas like an ATM machine or the door handle at the coffee shop, then you don't have to worry, do you? So if you use this to touch it, to open the door, to do whatever you do, then you put it back in the case. Now you've got that peace of mind and still use your hand sanitizer. It's like going at it doubly hard.
Speaking of cleaning, speaking of keeping things clean, we got Scott coming back with the big star of the show. In that second hour, the Bissell is back. So stay tuned for that.
See you then.
Hey, Scott, give me one line.